Merry meet and welcome to our stream, everybody. This is Ariel and we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. This is a general reading for all signs for today, the 15th of October, 2023. Moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Honeypaw. Moderating on Twitch is the lovely Suzanne. Thank you so much, Honeypaw. Thank you so much, Suzanne. And thank you to everybody for joining us today for this general reading. I'm reading with this Tarot de El Dios de los Tres. And let's purify with this 4711 Eau de Cologne, very old traditional recipe for Eau de Cologne. You can find links to purchase these items in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. Like I said, this is a general reading for all signs for today, the 15th of November 2023. It's going out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you personally, just disregard it, because it may not be meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your own individual sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. You can find the most recent streams of all of our tarot readings right on my website, ariels-corner.com, arielscorner with a hyphen.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link right in the video description. I forgot to mention that if you're watching on YouTube and you don't want to watch shuffling, you can always use the timestamps that are in the video description of the videos. We do have a shop at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. That shop lists all kinds of tarot decks and other magical items. And we make a small commission off of each and every sale. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch, and you can watch on Twitch without any ads when you subscribe to us there. I don't read with card reversals, so that's why you'll see me flipping cards right side up. It's just how I prefer to read the tarot. And all is well, I promise. If you'd like to donate to our stream, you can do that by following the prompts up on the screen for our PayPal portal. We have other donation options on our website as well, ariels-corner.com. All right, let's see what's in the cards for everybody today. Starting off with the Magician, followed by the Ace of Swords, followed by the Eight of Coins. Good. So today's the day to continue keeping the attitude high. Watching our attitude, not getting sucked into, which is so easy to do. Because remember that it's our power to influence the energies in our lives. We are all magicians of some sort or another. Some of us are more adept than others. And the way you become adept isn't only necessarily to learn a bunch of tools and learn a bunch of rituals and learn a bunch of facts. Yes, those things are important. But what's mostly important is learning how to handle your energy. And your energy is presents itself to you through your attitude. So if you have a particular attitude that's kind of out of control, you're not in control of your attitude, then you can kind of get an idea of the sorts of magical powers that you are putting into motion. And not all spells are good. You know what I mean? So it's only sort of an analogy. It really is actually very magical. What I'm talking about. Not all things with magic are good. Sometimes we have really negative magic, but the bulk of the negative magic that we have to deal with is not people casting spells against us. It's us having undisciplined minds so that we cast spells against ourselves unknowingly. That's so much bigger of the problem. People are so worried about, oh, I need a protection from a hex and reversing a hex. And yeah, that does happen. I'm not saying it's not true, but that's not usually why the problems are occurring. Usually the problems are occurring because of our attitude. Well, our attitudes have gotten so clouded, it's saying, because of our need to get approval from others. Our need to make people think that we're good enough. Our need to have our particular image be seen in a positive light by other people. Or whatever that is, giving your power over to others. Like, oh, their opinion of me is so much more important than my happiness, is basically what you're saying. That's not positive magic. That's not. That's very negative magic that you are casting for yourself. Very negative spell that you're casting for yourself. Because then you're giving all your power over to them. And you know what? Most of the time, they don't want it. That's the thing that I've discovered, is a lot of the times that we're so worried about what other people think of us. Sometimes that, they're the problem, but a lot of times they don't care. They don't care that you care. They're not that interested in you. It's not like they have a lot of investment in the outcome of your day, but you do. So be careful of not giving your power away to other people, even unknowingly, by worrying so much about them and how they perceive you and whether they like you and all of that kind of thing, or any kind of managing their perception of you. Because what that does is it destroys your attitude. It poisons your attitude, and then you don't have any positive outcome from your day. But it's saying with this Ace of Swords that you have so much power, and that you have the option at every turn to think again and to reclaim that sort of power and take it back and turn your day into whatever you want. You have all the power today, it says. But a lot of times we don't want to believe that. We don't want to know that. We say we want all the power, but when we realize we have all the power, it's too much responsibility, because then what happens if I don't do a good job with my power? No, I'd much rather it be about them. So be careful of that today. Make sure you pull that power into you. Take 100% responsibility for your attitude that you're carrying, and realize that your attitudes determine the flow of power that you are projecting outwards, which does create great change in your life. Now, in addition to having that power, you are also that sword is pointing straight up to this card of the Star. And so what that says is that in addition to this power, you have help. You have assistance. And it's not just sort of like, help me do this, help me do that. It's helping you helping you to undo your past and undo your negative attitudes and things like that. A lot of times what happens is we do get stuck in these negative force fields that we create for ourselves, even though we want to believe that it's all them. But today's about taking responsibility. Sometimes it is all them, but not today. Today's not about them. It's about you. And so, and when we're caught up in that, we feel like, oh my gosh, now what do I do? I'm so screwed. I've totally just screwed myself over, because look at me. I'm in the midst of all of this negative energy. Even if I take responsibility for it, what do? It's like, I can't turn this ship around. You got help. You've got help. You've got the Star card. This is the Star Goddess. The Star Goddess is another way of saying the Mother Goddess. And think of the Universal Mother and how much she loves you. Just like a mortal mother loving their child is very often quite a wonder to behold. I mean, I know there's some mothers that aren't that great, but for the most part, mothers have this sort of supernatural power of love that takes over them when they give birth to a child. Well, imagine what the perfect mother is like with you. So much compassion. And she's going to say, well, no, it's okay. No matter what you've done, I can undo it. I can undo it, but you have to want it to be undone. I can rearrange your past for you. I can rearrange it so that the consequences of the energy that you've put forth are nullified. But you have to want that, and you have to want to reclaim your power. You have to want to, moving forward, have a lot more consciousness and awareness about the kinds of attitudes you're carrying. And you have to want to pull your power back to yourself and not live outside yourself all the time and worry about what they think and what they think and what they think. See, because we don't realize how toxic and negative that kind of attitude is about worrying about what other people's opinions of us are. it's sort of like just sort of become this sort of new agey, self-helpy kind of saying, oh, you don't have to worry about what other people think, and you live for yourself. And it's true, but nobody really goes into the depths of how negative it is, how toxic it is for us to live outside of ourselves, because then we don't even realize we have this sort of power. We don't even realize that we have any ability to change our lives, that we have any magic within us, because it's all about them. It's all about them. They have all the power. And then we pretend like we have the power back again, but if we're still worrying about them all the time, then our cart is before the horse, and it's all cacophony. There's no focus. There's no discipline. There's no flow of power. It's all just screwed up. And it's very, very dangerous and toxic. And I want to really make sure that you understand how important it is to pull your power back and not give it away like that. And like I said, a lot of these people out there don't even want it. It's not even their fault that you're idolizing them and that you're projecting on them and that you're whatever you're doing to them. I mean, not everybody's idolizing, but whatever it is, giving them all of the focus of your attention, giving them all your power is the exact opposite of what you need to be doing today. Take that power, hold that power, use that power, and be responsible for that power. Be responsible for your attitudes. Be responsible for your, well, let's look at this. We've got a 4 of Wands and a 2 of Wands here. So the 4 of Wands is being responsible for getting yourself together. I almost said a bad word. Getting yourself together, pulling things together, getting organized, focusing your goals, focusing your tasks, making sure that nothing is incomplete, really taking responsibility for all the things you're responsible for and doing those things. And then not being so impatient with the results. You know, that's living outside of yourself too. You know, not putting the focus on other people's opinions, that's one thing, but also not putting focus on what's happening and how it's manifesting. That's toxic as well. Like, hurry up, why isn't anything working? That's not the attitude you want. The attitude you want is, I'm powerful, everything's working out in its perfect way, in its perfect time. I am one with the divine star goddess, and she undoes the consequences of all of my wrong and past decisions. And now she's helping me to stay close to my power, to own my power, and to stay focused on what I want and where I'm going and what is next for me, even one little step at a time. Taking back your power, hanging on to your power, being responsible for your power, being responsible for your attitudes, and being patient with the way things are working out and not getting so upset about every little thing. Right? That's what the whole tenor of the day is it's all about you and your power, and you are very powerful. But many times it seems like, in the recent past at least, you haven't been noticing how powerful you are, and you've been giving your power away either to other people or to external circumstances, and realizing that it's your attitude that is the director of where that magical force is flowing and how it's manifesting. You can expect that your attitude will result in manifestation. So be aware of what your attitude is today. Now, that's not to say you suppress your negative attitude. If you've got a negative attitude, that's when you call on the star goddess. Please undo this for me. I don't want the consequences of my negative attitude, so help me, right? So I do have a star goddess meditation if that is something that interests you, and you can find that by following the link right on the video description of this video for all of the tarot meditations. And the name of that meditation is Receiving the Divine Grace of the Star Goddess. You've got this, but you need to be a little bit, I don't want you to bully yourself, but you do need to hold yourself to account today as far as hanging on to that power, not giving it away, and not giving it away to negative attitudes either. Really focusing on the truth of the matter is that you are responsible for the energy you hold and the energy you direct. And if you need help, you call on that star goddess energy, and she's right there for you today. Good job. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so very much to the amazing moderators. Today we had Heather and Suzanne. It looks like Dre. So thank you so much, and we will see you tomorrow. Blessed be.